4:32 on June 3rd, 2025. I call to order the real estate facilities and land management meeting. Moment of silence, please. Mr. Root?
Yes, sir. Pray with me if you'd like to. Well, Father, we come together to really drill down and do kind of deep dive planning with these committees. So we pray that you help us to do that. We don't always have enough time to do all the full level of investigation that we'd like, but you can multiply our time. So we ask for that and ask for your guidance so we can make the most of our time together and turn out good work products for the citizens of this county. In your name I pray. Amen.
Mr. Miles, will you lead us in the prayer?
I will. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Discussion items, Seneca Library project update and county facility safety assessment. Ms. Rock?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Actually, I'm going to pass the torch off to Mr. Kyle Reed, who has been working with our facilities maintenance and our library director over the plan. Thank you, Kyle. Let me pass these out for you. Those are included in the backup material notes on the screen, but we do have a paper copy as well. Thank you, Mr. Reed.
Thank you. Went out there and to the Seneca Library, met with Blair and with Jason Neal, who's over facilities, discussed what the committee had brought up the last time we had spoken, Mr. Hart. And their feel was, if we were going to do anything on the front side of the library, trying to get a fresher look to the library and take care of some of the issues that are going on with the steps and the sidewalk, all in one, with parking that's adjacent and more, centralized to the building, being on that side of the sidewalk. So this is what I have come up with conceptually, obviously, to take a look at and see what y'all's feel was for this. Again, the library feels like it's something workable. It's a little bit larger than what I discussed with the library. I got as much parking as I could between the library and the sidewalk. It may pare back depending on what City of Seneca has to say, but with y'all's direction to the administrator, we can take it to Seneca and start the conversation and see what they have, just to have something on paper to speak with them about. Budget-wise, for this, which is the largest that you're going to get, unless you turned it and did a row all the way through it, is somewhere around $25,000 budget estimate. 288 parking spots, which is what the audit had called for. One of them can be van accessible against the building itself because I made it 8 feet just so they could back up before the sidewalk going into the building and turn out and get back out to the entrance. And this does away with the DOT, discussing with them because it comes off of our own driveway, that kind of stuff. But Seneca's going to be the big one to talk to. Any questions for me?
Let Tommy catch up with it. Don, you have any questions?
Well, I think the design looks good. It will eliminate having to cut in another drive. I like coming off the original drive. And we can rehab that a little bit because the original drive is about 18 feet. Normally you'd want it about 20 to 24, but that's what I have on this one's 20 to get in there. So we may can widen that entrance. It seems to give good service as it is.
Yes, sir.
Kyle, if you look over on the right-hand corner, the very corner of where the drive comes up and it comes out to that corner on the right-hand drive, if you took that and run it all the way parallel to widen that drive,
Would that help?
Yeah, we could really take it off of either side. I believe the property line goes further that way, on, past the parking that's on the east side of it. So yes, sir, you could take it off of that side, to allow a little bit more for those spots that are backing out and coming back into backing out into the main aisle. That would probably be the way that you would go, is probably put it on that inside, west side of the driveway, yes, sir, if we did widen it out. But that would add an additional cost to it, but wouldn't add much for us to widen it.
Any thoughts on there, guys?
So you said it's 25,000?
Budget, yes, sir.
Yeah, and then probably another, what, couple thousand to do what Don's talking about, or?
Probably something like that. The sidewalk and the retaining wall that's there is kind of the break between me and facilities. So some conversations going on there about what that would look like and what we would do, because the sidewalk is settling down coming out of the entrance of the library, so it does need to be lifted back up and fixed. So that's probably gonna be, bid work or, subbed out. All the parking lot itself would be us, and the demo, if they needed it demoed, obviously we could do that too. But yeah, it would be roughly 25 budget wise, and then probably, yeah, it'd definitely be able to get done for the couple grand more, yes, sir, if we widened it out.
Definitely less than 50, even if you do.
Oh,
something.
yeah, definitely.
So before Mr. Hart brought this up, we had a different plan. How much was that?
$160,000.
I believe Mr. Mize is pretty close.
Mr. Hart popped in and popped out, but, kudos to Mr. Hart. Kudos
Yes,
to
sir,
you,
yeah.
kudos to you too for coming up with a.
Well, the guys that, are gonna end up doing the work eventually, yeah. But that is with county staff. So that is pulling us off the road to put us to doing this and that kind of stuff. But no problem for us to do it, as far as the work.
I'm in agreement with it.
Thank you.
Again, need to take it to Seneca, obviously, and, I can start those conversations if y'all wish, or directed by Ms. Brock, but just need to talk to them and make sure. But you may be looking at losing, a couple, 4 spaces. They were asking for 6. I think we can definitely get that easily. All right? All right. Thank you.
Next item is a county facilities safety assessment overview. Ms. Brock?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Again, passing the torch. I do have a highlight comment before Mr. Agliano gets started. We have divided up the risk management responsibilities amongst a team with the number of workers' comp, vehicles, safety assessment. We have created a team of 4, and they're all specializing in one centralized thing, but they're all trading shifts on call, so that we don't have one person that has to be on call Friday, Saturday, Sunday. As you know, emergency services and public safety work a 24-hour shift, where typically we work an 8:30 to 5 shift. Mr. Agliano has stepped up and taken on single-handedly, basically, the security assessment, working very closely with the sheriff's office over multiple county facilities, including Pine Street. Is it turned on?
I turned on the remote.
There we go.
All right.
Thank you very much. Mr.
Okay.
Chairman.
So this is a little bit of what I've done so far since I got the job here. I've been almost a year now. I don't want to do death by PowerPoint, but also touch up on, I have some pictures and stuff of all the facilities and other things that we've done. Been working with the Sheriff's Department with Kenny Washington, doing security assessments and safety assessments on the buildings. He has access to the drones and stuff, so he does perimeter photographs and stuff, and then me and him talk about different security aspects and safety aspects that we see at these buildings. The wayfinding maps and these new signs in the Pine Street building, I was took that under my wing, I guess you say, and tried to find something that was a little bit more easier for people to find their way around the building. It's been working somewhat. It's still People don't like to look at maps apparently, but it helps. The signs are huge, the numbers, and y'all have been in the building, you can see the numbers a lot better than what was here. So it keeps movement of people and less people standing around, which is another security issue, safety issue. The crowd control measures, obviously for the council, the chambers, there's nothing much, just the ropes and stuff, but it does provide a barrier. And then I did the gates also in the hallways to stop from certain people from accessing areas at night while we're having council meetings. More stop bleed kits and AEDs. The museum didn't have an AED. I figured that was a place to have one, considering they have multiple people and events there, and they didn't have access to an AED. Bleed kits added more into the building here. Stop the bleed kits consist of it's like more of a high-end first aid kit. It has tourniquets, stop the bleed, patches, and different gauzes and stuff like that for a more of a mass casualty event if there was an active shooter. Well, let's see. Our new active shooter plan, we really didn't have anything in place, just what was part of our safety plan. So I made a specific plan just for active shooters. We're going to give a brief within, I think next week actually I have it scheduled. Safety, it coincides with the safety plan brief. I'm going to brief all the county employees here in the Pine Street offices, and then we're going to try and work in together, schedule drills, fire drills, and this active shooter drill for this building. Then we'll move on to other facilities. There was fence hole at the motor pool. That was one of the first things I did when I got here. There was people accessing the impound lot at the motor pool. They were staying in one of the campers that had been repossessed or taken by the sheriff's department. There was a huge hole. There's a big washout there. So got some fence posts and barbed wire and closed up the hole, and it hasn't been an issue since. Nobody's accessed back there anymore. So that's kind of shut down. Continually working with Dwayne over at the motor pool on other issues that he has there. With just the fence particularly, there's a sewer road that goes back, and the people are back there hanging out and trying to break in and take copper wire out of things and stealing stuff from the vehicles. Not a big issue anymore. Landfill had some signs and issues, so I got with Solid Waste and talked to them and went over what signs they'd like, and we had some bigger signs made, a little bit more legible. Everything was more condensed to one sign, so there's not tons of signs at the landfill right now, so you're not looking around trying to figure out sign pollution, basically. I did facility checklists. So I got OSHA certified since I've been here. Went through the OSHA training course and devised a security or a safety checklist for like the office buildings that we have, but also the like facilities maintenance and places that have shops, like the machinery and the tools and everything that they use. So there's two different checklists that we could be using now for the county. So here's some of the pictures, some of the things that we've done. Stop the bleed kits. Each bleed kit we have two that are 6 people and one that's 8 people. So we could do 20 people if there was a mass casualty event here, or across the street also. We can assist them if there was something over at the school district. That's the fence there at the motor pool. The landfill signs that were done. And then we've conducted some training for county employees here. So we had CPR, first aid, and AED certifications, recertifications. And I'll tell you the largest group that we had was from the library. Everybody from the library had come out and got CPR certified and AED certified, which was awesome. And then we had people from all the offices and other departments that came out and did the training as well. We worked with the emergency services department, came and taught that class. I think we had about 50 people total in 3 days that we did it, that got certified. Continued, we did training with the sheriff's office for de-escalation training for the auditor's office, the assessor's office, and the treasurer's office. Just dealing with angry customers and how to talk to them and not get everyone fired up. It was good training. I myself went and got certified as well for de-escalation training, so we can keep it in-house. If the sheriff's department is busy, we can still conduct training. I went to a human trafficking course last week. That was courtesy of the sheriff's department, which was a really good course. Learned some stuff there, and we can continue training our employees to see aspects of the signs of human trafficking is we have people coming in and out of the buildings and around the county and stuff. It just helps to know and kind of see what's going on. I've also been working FEMA certifications. I probably have about 15 right now, just to help out with emergency services stuff, help Ms. Brock, when there's the nuclear drill. Like I said, I'm learning everything, but I would like to be as much as an asset as possible, so continue my training myself. We're gonna keep doing the CPR first aid training for employees here. I think that's something that's good, and everyone gets recertified and just have it going. More de-escalation training. Solid Waste was interested in doing de-escalation training, so we're gonna get with them and do that for them, because they deal with angry customers over at the landfill and the convenience centers. We do a monthly safety bulletin in the county newsletter that goes out. The risk management safety team does that together. We decide, usually it's kind of coinciding with the seasons, winter safety and stuff, and summer safety, staying hydrated and all that stuff, and we put that in there. Then again, the active shooter emergency drills, the sheriff's office, emergency services, trying to schedule that together. That's a big thing, but we haven't had an active shooter drill in a while, so it's something that I think we should hold. Then we have some upgrades and plans that I'd like to do or that are in the works. Pine Street, most of the offices don't have an operational window for an emergency exit in case there's something that goes on, so that's something that we're working on right now. I'd like to add some more cameras to some areas. We have we have good cameras now. The cameras we have are great, but there's some offices that have limited vision, so either move them, switch cameras around, stuff like that. For council meetings, we're gonna have new security measures put in place by July 1st. We're trying to have them, but we'll have the metal detectors, a wand, clear bag policy. We're gonna work with the sheriff's department again, because there has to be about 3 deputies that will run the metal detecting section, because there has to be a wander and the metal detector itself in case someone has a pacemaker or something like that. I'm gonna continue the safety inspections on all the facilities. The libraries, we're gonna try and do some landscaping, maintenance, and exterior lighting. Just my personal observation of some of the libraries, the lights are dim at night, and it'd just be nicer to have brighter lights at the libraries. Active shooter emergency plan briefs and drills, so that's scheduled. And then we're gonna do, myself and Kenny Washington still continue our security of substance and more facilities and work out plans for that. That's pretty much all I have. I don't know if you all have questions.
Questions?
I think it's great. I'm passionate about that, and Ms. Brock knows that. Y'all have hit a lot of the points that I was interested in. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
So how many people in this building are CPR and AED?
Almost everyone in this building are pretty close to being CPR. We have probably about like 65 people in this building, just about. I have the papers. I have everyone sign in papers, so I know keep track. But yeah, there's about 65 people-ish.
How about AEDs?
It's same. So it's all coincides. So the CPR, AED, and it's a like a stop the bleed, all training all together. It's all combined. Yeah. So once you get that, you get all that. So yeah, it's awesome. And everyone's very very receptive to that.
What's great about that too, that propagates into their personal life.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Any other questions?
All right. Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
All in favor? Aye.